Hey, welcome back. Today I thought I would update you on the progress of our greenhouse. So this is the first of probably many update videos I'll be sharing with you. So today we are focusing on the foundation. So we chose this area, just you can see it's in front of the house. We thought it was a sort of flat, relatively area, but it happened to not be. So we had to do some retaining walls. And then we also removed some of the junipers. If you are a follower of mine, you might have seen the new rock garden I added here. And then there was also a maple tree that had volunteered, and it was very close to the asphalt, so we had to remove that as well. So lots of prep work for this area. And then behind the tractor, you can see there are some big Douglas firs. They were beautiful, but they had to go as well because they would have blocked the light of the future greenhouse, which is, you can see that wall there to the left of my husband. That's where the future greenhouse is going to be. So yeah, lots of prep work to get this area started. I don't know about you guys, but we're always a little optimistic when we're starting projects and we sort of forget all the things that need to get done. So we did remove these trees, and then we added another retaining wall. So this one here on the left is the one we thought we needed. And then here where that piece of wood is, we added another one because that slope has just been a nightmare to garden and cut grass on. So I just asked my husband if he would want to do another retaining wall there, just so that this whole area was done and really nice and tidy. And then we hired out the tree removal for the large Douglas fir because those were just so large, and you can see the power lines on the right. It was just too large of a project for us to take on. So they came, and they were only here a few hours, and they took down these massive mature evergreens. They did a wonderful job. We're going to be using the logs for our fireplace in the winter. So definitely a nice treat to have someone come do that for ourselves. And then here my husband is just working away at this hill just to get the retaining wall as far away from the greenhouse as possible, just to give us a sort of a pathway on that one side. So he's removing the soil and then sort of building up the other side where he has the other retaining wall built. Yeah, a lot of prep work that went into this. Yeah, I don't know about you, but our property is very, very sloped, lots of hills, which definitely gives us a lot of privacy from the road, but it has its challenges when we want to build on it. And then we had the drainage rock just above that drainage pipe there, you can see. So apparently it just helps with erosion and drainage in your retaining wall. So there is a drain on the other side there that just moves the water away. So we put this, I think it's 3-inch drainage rock just along the sides of the retaining wall. Nice to have the tractor to do the heavy lifting, that's for sure. So yeah, one more step in the right direction. And then of course, when you're building, you want it nice and compact. So we were spraying it down in between using this compactor just to make sure that it was as firm and secure as possible. We also had some rain too, which made it a little bit muddy, but yeah, I think it's very compact now. And then we added some gravel. This is, I believe, 3/4 crush or road mulch, something like that. Just a mix of gravel that's good for roads, pathways, and building. And it compacted very well. We've used it in other areas too, and it's almost like a cement once it's hard and once it's become wet. Very, very good for a construction project or a pathway. Yeah, and then here we are today. So I have an update to share with you all. Hey, welcome back. I am Carissa, and this is the future greenhouse location. So it has been a long time coming. we've got, you know, regular life happening, cold, flu, blah, 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 work, all of the things have been happening. So it's taken us way longer than I thought to get the foundation done. My husband as well, he's been doing the majority of the work. So yeah, the foundation is completed, and my hope is to make sort of segments or episodes of our progress with the greenhouse to keep you updated. Excuse the chickens, they're very social and they hear me and they want me to come say hi. They are just off screen, just in that direction. So my goal is just to keep you guys updated and sort of put together some videos of the progress, and then hopefully at the very end we will have a final product reveal once the greenhouse is completed. So this area is not level. We thought it was a semi-level area, and that's why we chose it. It's very convenient to location, close to the electricity, close to the water, close to the house. All very, very good priorities for choosing your location. And then, like I said, we thought it was pretty level, but it was not. There's actually quite a slope. So we had to build 2 retaining walls. Again, my husband did the majority of the work. So he did the drainage pipe to make sure that we wouldn't have any erosion. We added the road mulch. It's sort of like a gravel mixture that really compacts really well. And then you can see the last thing we did was this square box to show where it is level. So these are sacrificial pieces of wood, my husband said. It's just to make sure we know where it is going to be level. So yes, it is not pressure treated, but it is just there to make sure that we know where it is level, because like I said, there is a slope. We've got a retaining wall here, and then the other one goes around there, and just a little bit of an L shape. So let me explain to you a little bit of the layout, because that is the fun part, right? We want to dream about what it's going to look like when it is done. So the actual greenhouse is going to be 16 by 16, a square. I forget the roof height or the ceiling height, but I will maybe insert that into the video as I'm editing. But yeah, it's going to be quite a large space. My goal is to sort of use it as a transitional spring and fall greenhouse. I'm sure it'll be way too hot in the summer to use it, which is what I've heard. I've done a ton of researching, and it seems like in the summer, most things are not going to be wanting to grow in there besides, you know, tomatoes and peppers. But yeah, I don't plan to heat it, so it'll definitely just be a transitional spring and fall greenhouse. But it'll also be sort of a living area as well when I can use it. Okay, so let's get closer, and I'll just explain the layout of doors and windows and that type of thing. Okay, so here we are. The house is that direction. The sun rises in this direction and then sets behind the camera, behind you. So this is going to be the majority of my growing space, and my work table is against the walls. This other area does not get sun. We have some mountains that are blocking this side, but my neighbor popped over and she told me I should definitely think about putting a window here just for ventilation, because we do get summer winds that come through in this direction. So I'm thinking, you know, doors are here, and then to have a window there to let out the cool air will be genius. So I'm happy that she mentioned that. Okay, so the layout is going to be double French doors here. I haven't decided about out swinging or in swinging. Let me know in the comments if you have a reason or a preference why I should do one over the other. And then 2 windows here, and then on either side here. So flanking the double doors, there will be 2 windows there, and I'll be able to have either workbenches or shelves or some raised beds that I have that will take advantage of the sunlight. And then over here we have 3 windows, and they are all the same size. So we just swapped out our windows in our house, and we have the old windows that we have stored since, and we're going to be using those, I think, completely. Yes, we are going to be using all of the windows here, and it's nice. They are all the same size. Our house uses the same, it's almost a 4-foot wide window throughout the whole house. So we have a ton of these 4-foot wide windows that are very tall, that will allow a lot of light to come in. So yeah, this will have 3 windows evenly spaced, about 4 feet each, and then the same on this wall, 3 of the 4 feet wide spacing. 3 windows of the 4 feet wide, and then like I said, they're very tall. And then this pipe here is for future electrical or water. My husband just ran it. It's sort of like conduit, right? You're just running it so that in the future we can sort of feed it through. And then this wall is the one, I was going to have it insulated just to make sure I could sort of retain some of the heat in the cooler months. But like I said, my neighbor mentioned I should definitely think about ventilation and a cross breeze. So over here, I probably will plunk in maybe 2 windows depending on what we have left. Well, that is my update, my first update about our greenhouse building experience. We are not professional builders, but I will take you along and sort of show you the steps that we are taking in order to build this large structure. I cannot wait. Feels like we are finally making headway. The foundation was definitely the most difficult, but I'm glad that my husband took the extra time to build a very secure foundation for the greenhouse. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.